5 years ago, I was diagnosed with advanced breast cancer, 20 years after my first occurrence. To say I was shocked is an understatement. Devastated is a better word. What followed was 3 years of surgeries, chemo, radiation, and an almost fatal car accident with lots of broken bones. I was working with physicians from Sloan Kettering when a PET scan showed that my cancer continued to spread. The doctor suggested a new fast-track drug for postmenopausal women called Ibrance. We didn't know if it could work, but I had little choice other than to participate in a clinical drug trial, which meant moving to New York City for at least 6 months. No way was I going back to live in New York in the winter. Today, 3+ years after starting Ibrance, there is no evidence of cancer in my body. However, my story doesn't end here. Rather, it is about a mind change that was every bit as crucial to my return to good health as the drug. So let me explain. I believe it is no accident that my cancer came back after 20 years. My intuition kept sending me a big message. And it was clear. Arlene, face up to the issues affecting your life and health. A troubled marriage, burnout from work, low self-esteem, putting everyone before you, leaving no time for you. I'm an empowerment coach. I help clients put themselves first and remove barriers that prevent them from succeeding in life and business. Apparently, I'm also adept at building barriers. Oh boy, I developed quite a few. What was preventing me from practicing what I was teaching? I needed to go back to the drawing board and take a deep inventory of my life. And this was the beginning of my second act. The very first thing I did to change my life was to reread the book I wrote prior to my cancer recurrence. Say It, See It, Be It: How Visions and Affirmations Will Change Your Life. It's a very good book. I had written that a higher power thought system is based on love, not fear. But here I was living in a sphere where nothing was good enough. I was critical of almost everything, including myself and my husband, who, by the way, has been a rock for me to lean on through all these difficult years. I had forgotten about unconditional forgiveness, gratitude, community, and harmony. That was it. I was determined that was all going to change. I committed to creating a new vision for my life as a cancer-free survivor. Of course, as a strong believer in visions and affirmations, I had made every effort to remain positive throughout all my treatments. But now I needed to go deeper and look at some root issues. Removing those well-built barriers became one of the most important aspects of my second act. I looked at 12 areas of my life, everything from spiritual to family to career. And I became dedicated to living my life differently. I started meditating and praying daily, which helped remove stress, anxiety, pain, and fear. And it worked. I recommitted to journaling, sharing with my inner self the most intimate thoughts and feelings. Journaling is visual self-talk that helps us lay it all on the line. I developed a deep relationship with my higher power, and that began to help me trust again. I began to exercise every day. I searched out and read books, articles, and prayers, all designed to help me move toward positive thinking. I rearranged my life. I stayed home more and reprioritized what was really important. I rested more. I follow the 3 A's: awareness, acceptance, action, things I talk about in my book. Awareness, yes, I had had a disease that one day could take my life. Acceptance, I know that every minute counts. I get it. Action. In addition to healing myself, I started healing others. Speaking, coaching, facilitating workshops, sharing my story, becoming a role model of strength and courage for those also facing challenges. Since my second act was successfully revisiting what I had been teaching others, the next scene will be writing a second book, a memoir of what I have gone through, what I have learned along the way, and what I hope to impart to the world. You see, a second act after a life challenge might be looking at your first act through a different lens. Use what you already know. You don't have to reinvent the wheel. Just remember to put yourself first and love yourself.